Tired of warning lights popping up for no reason? These cars almost never trigger a check engine light, and that's no accident. 2015 to 2020 Toyota Camry. Price, starting around $13,000. Used. When it comes to avoiding check engine lights, the 2015 to 2020 Toyota Camry is basically the gold standard. Toyota engineered this generation with simplicity in mind. No turbochargers, no complicated electronics, and very few moving parts that commonly fail. The 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine is naturally aspirated, easy to maintain, and known to go 200,000 miles or more with basic care. Mechanics love these cars because they don't throw false alarms. No random misfire codes, no EVAP system headaches, no weird sensor glitches. Everything just works. And keeps working. It's the kind of car people forget they own because it just does its job quietly, year after year. If you're looking for a used car that almost guarantees peace of mind, this Camry generation is a safe bet. You'll probably get bored of driving it before it ever throws a check engine light. 2016 to 2021 Honda Fit. Price, starting around $9,500. Used. The Honda Fit might be a subcompact, but don't let the size fool you. It's one of the most dependable small cars ever made. The 1.5-liter IVTEC engine is simple, reliable, and naturally aspirated. There are no turbo complications, and Honda's proven powertrain tech means you won't see weird codes or electrical gremlins that plague other economy cars. Ask any mechanic, and they'll tell you, when a Fit rolls into the shop, it's usually for regular maintenance, not diagnostics. The wiring is clean and straightforward. No sensors crammed in awkward spots, and very few failures in emissions components. Even older models rarely trigger check engine lights. And if they do, it's often something silly, like a loose gas cap. For city drivers, students, or anyone wanting a cheap-to-run car that doesn't beg for repairs, the Fit is pound for pound one of the smartest choices out there. 2017 to 2022 Hyundai Elantra, non-turbo. Price, starting around $10,000. Used. Hyundai gets mixed reviews in the reliability world. But when it comes to the base model Elantra, with the non-turbo 2.0-liter engine, mechanics quietly agree. It's a sleeper. This engine is port-injected, which avoids the carbon buildup issues that plague direct injection systems. And because there's no turbo, there's less heat, less pressure, and fewer parts waiting to fail. The 2017 to 2022 Elantras are surprisingly solid if you avoid the CVT transmission and go for the traditional 6-speed automatic or manual. The engine bay is easy to work on, the sensors are positioned well, and it's rare to see a persistent CEL unless something has been completely neglected. It's not flashy, but if you want a newer car on a budget that won't bother you with warning lights every few months, this Elantra configuration deserves way more attention than it gets. 2014 to 2019 Mazda 6 price. Starting around $11,500. Used. Mazda doesn't always get mentioned in most reliable lists, but that's because most people overlook the Mazda 6, especially the models from 2014 to 2019, which used the naturally aspirated Skyactiv G engines. These motors are some of the cleanest running in the industry. No turbo, no direct injection hiccups, and no fragile sensors waiting to trigger a check engine light out of nowhere. Mazda focused on simplicity and longevity with this car. The build quality is tight, the electronics are reliable, and the emission system doesn't rely on overly sensitive components. Mechanics like it because the parts are accessible, and failures are rare. It's also a surprisingly fun car to drive, so you get reliability and enjoyment, without the constant worry of dashboard alerts. For under $12,000 used, the Mazda 6 is one of the most underrated picks out there, and your scanner will probably collect dust. 2013 to 2018 Toyota RAV4. Price, starting around $12,000. Used. The RAV4 is the SUV version of the Corolla when it comes to reliability. The 2013 to 2018 generation hits the sweet spot. It has Toyota's tried-and-true 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, a traditional six-speed automatic transmission, and no overly complicated tech. These models are loved by mechanics because the components last, the oxygen sensors rarely fail, the catalytic converters are solid, and the emission systems are well balanced. Even after 100,000 miles, it's not uncommon for owners to say they've never seen a check engine light. That's not just good engineering, it's Toyota's obsession with quality. If you need a used SUV that works, period, the RAV4 is a buy-it-and-forget-it kind of ride. No flashing lights, no shop visits, just smooth sailing. 2012 to 2017 Honda Accord, 2.4-liter i4. Price, starting around $9,000. Used. The Honda Accord is already known for being one of the most reliable sedans ever built. But the 2012 to 2017 models with the 2.4-liter i4 engine are not as well known for their reliability as some of the other models in the Honda Accord lineup. 2.4-liter inline-4 engine, take it to another level. That engine, the legendary K24, is chain-driven, naturally aspirated, and has been refined over decades. It's a favorite of both tuners and mechanics because it rarely breaks, and it definitely doesn't light up the dash without a real reason. No turbo means less stress. No direct injection means no carbon buildup. And the emission systems on these cars are straightforward and dependable. Mechanics say the most common CELs on these Accords are simple: a gas cap warning or a sensor that's done its job for over 150,000 miles. If you want a car that just works and can easily hit 300,000 miles with oil changes and spark plugs, this generation Accord is a king in disguise. 2013 to 2017 Lexus ES 350. Price, starting around $14,500. Used. Luxury and reliability don't usually go hand in hand, unless you're talking about the Lexus ES 350. This car shares a ton of hardware with the Toyota Camry, but dresses it up in soft touch leather, sound insulation, and an even smoother ride. What makes this model so dependable is its use of the naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6, one of the most trusted engines in Toyota's lineup. There are no turbos, no dual-clutch transmissions, no unnecessary complications. And because Lexus builds everything with high precision, you get fewer electrical issues and less strain on sensors and emissions components. Ask a mechanic, and they'll tell you this is one of the few luxury cars they actually like seeing in the shop, because it's usually just in for maintenance. The check engine light, it barely knows what that is. 2010 to 2015 Toyota Prius. Price, starting around $8,000. Used. You might think hybrids are more likely to light up the dash, but the 2010 to 2015 Toyota Prius is the exact opposite. Toyota's hybrid system is so well developed, it runs cleaner and more efficiently than many gasoline-only engines. The electric motor reduces engine load, which lowers wear on components, and the hybrid electronics are built with Toyota's usual overkill durability. Mechanics constantly say the same thing about this generation. We almost never see them for real problems. If something goes wrong, it's often a simple 12-volt battery or a loose sensor plug, not catastrophic engine issues or constant check engine light codes. It's a brilliant commuter car, super cheap to run, and practically immune to the check engine light when properly maintained. 2011 to 2016 Ford Fusion 2.5-liter i4. Price, starting around $7,500. Used. The Ford Fusion gets a bad rap for the turbocharged EcoBoost engines. But that's not what we're talking about here. Stick with the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine in the base models, and you'll have one of the most durable mid-size sedans Ford ever made. Why? No turbo means less heat and fewer stress points. The engine design is clean, reliable, and relatively simple to service. It's not a race car, but it does its job well, and without triggering random warning lights every month. The 2011 to 2016 Fusion with the 2.5-liter engine is one of those cars that mechanics quietly recommend when someone needs a cheap, dependable ride with low maintenance and minimal electronic fuss.